Hey. Good afternoon, my little rock fam and family abroad. What's happening? It's the man cave. More love up in it and as a whole in the Delta belt. You heard me rocking my blues my way. I just still want to tell my fam, at the homecoming, if I didn't hug you and I didn't just really embrace you, don't get it twisted. I was just drained. I mean, I hugged you, but it was like I was feeling mighty bad. You feel me? Don't take it the wrong way. But y'all, you're in and you got you a hug. Hey, that made me feel a little better. But just don't take it the wrong way. I understood what y'all was doing. Y'all try to comfort me and everything. I guess what I'm trying to say is don't take it as if I had an attitude or something. I didn't have the attitude. I had no attitude. Nothing to that, Just wow. So let's recap from 2007. Pull back in from my journey, right? Up past the equator between north and south, which is when you get to Missouri, Kansas City and all of that. You just stepped into the south. But Iowa and all that back up that way, and then Nebraska and all that shit. Or Kansas City, Kansas and all. Listen, I left my job from up there at Real Car, Nebraska. For those that didn't know, I am also a feather in my cap that I wear is a welder and a real car repairman. Don't make no difference what you bring in the shop. I got it. Ain't nothing wrong with it. I mean, nothing for me to do it. You dig what I'm saying? It's a dirty, grimy job. Most clean niggas, you ain't gonna find them on that job. Anyhow, I repaired real cars. Don't make no difference what's wrong with it. You give me the description of everything or work ledger, and I got it and I gone. I look around, that thing fixed, repaired, if you will. Anywho, it was December. I floated off into the snow the end of December and the beginning of January. I was back down here in Arkansas. You dig? Always lived here, don't get me wrong, but when I go back to Nebraska, that's where you find me, in that repair shop. I've been working for them since 1989, 1990. I started out just as a laborer, taking the sides off of these auto racks and Union Pacific rail cars, take all the sides down off of it. They take them over there, get them sandblasted and regalvanized, and then it'll go in there and they sandblast all that off, and then they repaint it up again. Now that was my job at first. Then I did a little work on that track down there. It's right over the K-Missy. Go over to South Omaha, and you'll see it was in stockyards and all that stuff. It's right there. Then I did some work on the track where the track rails and stuff was buckling, the holes and stuff, all that. As a matter of fact, some of the people are still living. Some people do know about this. Some people don't. It's right there. Mrs. B's, which is Nebraska Furniture Mart out on 72nd and Dodge or whatnot, Pacific. It's in between Dodge and Pacific, 72nd and Dodge and Pacific. She started in a little bitty building, furniture. She's a Greek woman. Well, was or is, that depends on if she still lives in you, she still is. You dig what I'm saying? It's right there, and you come right across the street and then right on across the train tracks and right into the building. You go right there into the building. And that's where the real cars are repaired. Anyway, I worked on all those tracks, removing the railroad ties out from under there. You know, take this railroad jack and then take these big old calipers and you smash them together and pull a railroad tie up under there. Then you set a plate up under the rail and let the rail back down on the railroad tie. Then you take these spikes. I have one sitting around here somewhere. But this spike, let me give you something to compare it to. I have one. I got them. They're probably way outside somewhere. This spike is about this long. And you sit this spike down in there, and you take, and it's a spike hammer, this particular one. It's kind of oval where you put the handle down in there, and then it tapers off, you know, to a head on the end of it. And it's on both sides. You call it a spike hammer. And you take that spike and you get it started. Now you got to hit it hard because the wood that those railroad ties are made out of, they not soft. And you hit it on top and get it going. Then you turn it and whop. If there's another guy here, hit it, bam. You come back, bam. He hit it, bam. Whop, bam. You hit it, bam. He hit it, bam. Like that. And if you're strong enough, it don't take a whole bunch of pap, you know, licks at it. You hit it in about 3 or 4 strikes. Pow, pow, you know, a piece. So that make 8. And it's like 4 of them. Well, yeah. Spike the track down to the tire. So it'll be 4 spikes actually on this plate. 2 on this side and 2 on the opposite side. And just whop. Then I went from there to getting into maintenance on the rail car. Started running the forklift, picking up stuff, putting it over here, going to get material and stuff like that. Then I went to actually welding stuff, you know. And then repair all that shit. Anyhow, I come back down here from that. And it was 2008. Then from 2008, you know, I just been all over Little Rock. I parked my car, like I say, you know, because, what was it, 1998, 1999, I come down as a grown-ass man. right? And I was, you know, the way I was rolling was like a person that go on vacation or something, a tourist. I'm taking the long routes and all this kind of stuff. You know, you just going to the main roads and stuff, and going these main roads take you way out, and you got to go around for a place that be just right on the next block. You think I'm joking, but I ain't. Could be just right on the next block or something, but you go way out here just to come all the way back around here when you could have just walked right through somebody's yard or took a certain block, and then it take you down maybe 2-3 blocks, but you just take the little walk and you'll be right where you're in your intended target, where you wanted to go. And then I just got in, and then I understood what was going on down here all the way. You know what I mean? Arkansas don't sleep. They keep, it's always something. Either it's sports and travel and outdoors and MMA, martial arts, lots of concerts and stuff over there in the Verizon Arena now. But back then, in the Peabody Hotel, be full of people all the time. What is it called? College basketball, when they doing them tournaments during the winter. You got the downtown in the River Market. You have the farmers market. When they come down there, they got everything: beans, fruit, preservatives, everything. When they do the yielding in the field and all that stuff, and planting the seeds, and then you have your harvest and everything. And when you look up there, man, you can't deny none of that stuff up there. Watermelons, everything, potatoes. But unfortunately, all over the world, ain't nothing but you looking for sweet potatoes, but all you're going to get is a yam. I like sweet potatoes because I remember sweet potatoes from a little kid. Sweet potatoes are red, and they don't even hard. You put this much of sugar on it, and it's complete. But you didn't even need no sugar. You just cut them up, because I used to eat them. My mother used to cut them up, peel them, then cut them up in big old slices to boil them and make pies and stuff. That's why sweet potato pie don't taste like sweet potato pie. It tastes like you put a lot of stuff in there trying to get it to mimic. But you'll know a sweet potato from a yam because it's a rich, very rich orange to red, and it tastes good. And I asked somebody to correct, and they told me actually they're sweet potatoes from Louisiana. So there you go. I'm going to get the real sweet potato, man, and put me some sweet potatoes out here. I bet you I kick yam ass. The sweet potato kick yam ass. Yam. Sweet potato kick yam ass. I guarantee you, ain't nothing like a sweet potato no matter where you go, son. I don't care what you talk about. But anyway, you have that. And during the course of these years up until now, you wait, like Omaha, you waiting on this fucking show wagon to come. Years and years you waiting for the show wagon to come, the same one that Michael Jackson and them got famous from. But no, you gotta follow that damn thing around. It's all over the place. So what was down here, especially 2007, 2008, all that. You had Bill Cosby, Honorable Dr. Bill Cosby, and the Honorable Dr. what's your woman name? She's a poet. Maya Angelou. And they were right up there in Little Rock and all over these campuses and stuff. That's why Bill Cosby kept getting up about black people, black children, come on, and get in line and come on. It was right on the radio talking. He's sitting right there at this table and got everybody in line. Got a book this thick of checks. All you gotta do is bring your ass there, stand in line. They're gonna write your name down and you going to school, period. They don't give a damn if you don't even have your diploma. You gonna get all that in one setting, trust me. Then one girl said, yeah, and then girls, y'all come on in, Maya Angelou. Ain't that right? We get the mans. And she said, huh? What? Wait a minute. Let me tell you one thing. If you're in this line and you come here to be chasing a man, then just turn around. You come here to get your education, period. And then she went on back to the thing. And I'm sorry, Maya Angelou. Yeah, She wasn't no joke. She's shining money down. She ain't wasting it. Plus, now, this ain't no puns. They standing there with millions of dollars trying to educate somebody, and they done gave the college money, so they still handing you your own money. Right? I guess it would be vouchers or whatever, but once you stand there and they write you down and document who you are, it's good. All you got to do is bring yourself to the school. It's more white people standing in that line. Now, don't get me wrong. This ain't for a racist battle or nothing like that, but it's the truth. Everything that's to be handed out, and then you looking over there talking about they rich and they got money, and they just living within their means is the same as anybody else. Your black self not getting in line, right? Because it's open to the public. Education don't have no color, right? Knowledge don't have no color. See? But they keep looking and personally in their heart, it should be more y'all running up in here. The minority, or which is it, the majority, which is it? Right? Come and get your education. They couldn't scream it no louder. And the word is free. Just bring your ass. Period. However, nonetheless, they were here in Arkansas for a number of years. Then you had America's Who Got Talent. I mean, here for a number of years. J-Lo, Jennifer Lopez, and whomever else, them other folks that they're the little judges and stuff, and they putting in work. Then you had, I don't care if it was Snoop Dogg, I don't care if it was CeeLo, I don't care if it was Redman and Method Man. They all fell through here in that stage, right on that river, and dropped it like it was very hot. From what's your boy's name? Young what's your boy? What's your goddamn name, boy? Your daddy is Johnny Gill, damn it. Jacques. Him and everybody else, this shit was lit. Ain't nothing more beautiful than seeing a bunch of black kids in college and stuff like that, man. Let me tell you something. Y'all generation, you're gonna have to pick up, baby. You're gonna have to pick up, put your goddamn cell phone down a little bit. It's like a track meet, and it's the relay race. They done ran as hard as they can. Now they trying to hand the baton. You supposed to be right there booking, looking, and grab the baton. And get on round there. You understand that? You do more than just pick up a gun. I'm waiting in the bushes to bust and blast them. Oh, I'm a dog, me a motherfucker. Really? Next thing you know, what is nigga? Next you be right, yeah. You had boy, they be like, go ahead, nigga. Give you a whole box of crate or whatever. And use all our asses as motherfucking target practice. It'd be this fake ass war they got over there in Ukraine right here. Now keep fucking around. Get your dumb ass out of these goddamn bushes. Enjoying the fruits off the backs of the folks that fucking work. And that's all you can do is look upside the other one's head and looking for first thing come out their mouth just so you can shoot somebody. Now I'm going to move on from that because you understand, motherfucker, you're not that ignorant. Cut it out. And last but not least, all these other goofy ass people. Now I'm going to stand up for white people. 100%. You right. You got sense enough to, you want to just merely play with your firearms and all this good shit and plink and do this, right? But how dare the other little stupid ass white folk, you can't think of, you gonna all of a sudden, you got something, a virus in your goddamn brain to tell you to go get all fitted up and then go into a damn school and shoot up people that don't even know what, don't have not a clue that you coming to exterminate them with no apparent reason. You just run up in there and just brrr, and you walking all around like you just really ready and like you in the jungle and shit. And your ass could have went, even though most soldiers don't agree with this, or military don't, U.S. military don't agree with this Kuwait bullshit for real. Because they're obligated to their job, once they sign on the line, they got to go do it, right? Period. And to the utmost of their ability. Because once they plop you there, it's your life on it. You want to go home? That's the thing. Live. Right? Now, yeah, you goofy motherfucker, stop. And a lot of you white people, you better go ahead and start policing yourself. You understand what I'm talking about? You made the goddamn little lizard. You got to go to, y'all know how to pluck the ones the fuck out that you know, all that some bitch. Oh, this motherfucker, he just totally lost it. He ain't got no respect for his authority. We're going to talk about what we don't like all the way back in the bush somewhere, but when it comes to the forefront, we got to bring our real mind back here. That's over there with some other stuff because that's back in the woods. That's back in the wheat somewhere. But really, do we mean all that? Y'all hold on, man. Let me check and see what this is right quick, man. Hello? All right. Back to what I'm talking about, right? Y'all, you created the dumb son of a bitch. And then they just believe anything and everything that they're talking about is legit or good to go, and it's not. And you know it ain't. That don't make no sense. Y'all don't like that. And here it is. Most of y'all children, you got a few black ones in there in them damn schools or whatever. but it's mostly white ones, right? And if they're killing your babies and your kids, you better get a handle on that shit. And you want your Second Amendment rights, well, it starts at home, don't it? If you don't believe me, you better go ahead and start talking with Guns and Gadgets. I don't be promoting everybody else, but yeah, just go to Guns and Gadgets on YouTube for sure. He probably only got every platform on here. Facebook, Facebook, Instagram, and all the rest of these and Twitters and shit, because he's serious about it. And you'll go and see. Hold on, let me do one other thing. Just hold on. He stands on the Second Amendment, and he's on your side, but he agrees that you got some ignorant motherfuckers you need to control. Excuse me. Okay. Now, yeah, Guns and Gadgets. Go to him. He fights hard for Americans and their guns. He don't care if you is black. He don't care if you is Chinese. If you're over here and you want, you about your Second Amendment, bam. Because every time some goofy ass thing go on like that, they attack the people that is, all these little, the gun braids, the silencers and all this stuff. This is just for plinkers, really. You know what I mean? It's somebody that's, it's that. They being safe and everything else, and so do you. And you got a right to, you always go back, oh, I need a gun to protect my wife and my kids and all this stuff at home. I have a right. Yeah, well, you keep fucking around and you ain't gonna have that right. Everything will be illegal again. You see what I'm talking about? Even the white folk ain't gonna, and they militias and different shit ain't gonna have it. You don't got, what you want is, you don't want this damn warfare. You just want to play with your goddamn powder and your bullets and shit. I done mentioned this when I first started even making these videos about guns and shit. It don't make no difference. All you want to do is feel the little power in your hand and tinker with this thing, and that's that. Are you really ready to kill something that you ain't gonna fucking eat? Really? Ain't nothing that much a hindrance to you. Tell you going extreme. People don't know how to slow their fucking roll, go sit down some motherfucking way. It's just that simple. Now moving right along. Arkansas have everything here. It didn't sleep. It doesn't sleep until this goddamn COVID came along. And it just sucked the life right out of it. Totally exhausted the world, man. Especially down here. So now it's like the COVID is worse than a tornado. Now how do you recover? Everybody's been dealing with death and some sort of tragedy. Now, for me, I'm going to count it down. And every other year or every 2 or 3 years, I've lost family. Come down here, and I believe one of my uncles passed. Uncle Lever. Then next came my uncle Hut. I went to him. Then next, I believe it was my aunt sis. Then my aunt Carol. Then my grandmother down here. I didn't get to see her. I was up in Little Rock, and she was down here in the lower part of Arkansas. It was closest to Louisiana, and she was 110 years old. Beautiful for 110 years old. I'm going to tell you that right now. I didn't get to attend, and it wasn't that I didn't want to. It was timing. I was up there, down here, everybody was rolling. I didn't even know. And when I got the word, it was like, well, what you finna do, right? And it was raining and carrying on. By the time I got the news, it was done and over with. And then along come this COVID and everything else. And let me see. Then the last thing before my mother went was my cousin's son fucking around up there in that goddamn dead zone. There ain't shit in that motherfucker for real behind Walgreens on Asher, Colonel Glenn, and University. Hanging off back in there, and he gets done in. That I used to, that I spend quality time with. And I'm wondering, like, damn, what the, in my mind there, what the fuck y'all want in there? Ain't nothing in there. Besides, I ran around these streets, man. Look, that wasn't even, you got way more class than that. Move your ass, man. You supposed to be moving with the bigger dogs. Y'all should have been right with the, I got bars. Go and look that up. I got bars on YouTube. And they start talking about Little Rock and all this kind of stuff and making a little movie and they vlog and shit. That's it. That's where the fuck they supposed to be. Moving right along with them. Why the fuck you stuck back over here? You got way more class. Your mama's classy as hell. What the fuck? Why y'all in that little raggedy motherfucker, man? Yeah. But anyway, man, he got done in. That was just last year. Well, year before last. Well, what was it? 22? Yeah. Maybe, yeah, somewhere in there. Early, somewhere around January. Somewhere around in there. It was last year. My mother didn't get done in. She, health problems. How women in general, health problems. She couldn't kick it off. She, they fight it off, go to the hospital, fight it off, and they start going. But then all of a sudden, they go back in that slump, go back to the hospital, and they replenish it, whatever. And then they come back home, and whatever it is that they're doing is good. But when you get home, whatever it is they send you home with, or whatever, you can only do what they ask, what carry on what you're supposed to do that make you supposed to be able to just maintain. But it's just some things are just hard to overcome. And as older we get, we don't understand why. Just suddenly one day, your ankles and feet start swelling up or something like that. You know what I mean? You had your program where, you do this and do that, you eat this and eat that. Next thing you know, you're going through a course of you eat something, you know what I mean? All you know is you waking up from a sleep. Things like that. Now you got to try to figure out, what the hell is this? Time. And age. You done got there, right? It's your turn. Now everybody going down them gallows. The older you get, the more you got to get. Try to understand yourself, what's going on with you for real. A lot of things when everything's stronger, it kicks a whole bunch of stuff, you know. But as older you get, you start to slow down and look. You gotta try to figure out what that is. Some of it be camouflaged because you're stronger, right? You know, like you might break your arm or something, or sprain something, but your muscles is what really binds it. And then once you start losing the muscle mass, then that injury will pop back up. You see what I'm saying? Like that there. So this is what I'm saying. You know. Oh, and then I mentioned then my auntie, my uncle, and then another uncle, my father's brother, and my auntie's husband, and my cousin Ronnie, his wife, all in the same, was January 2021. This damn coronavirus got all of them. Bang. Around the same time, right from Thanksgiving to January. All them. Yeah. It's been devastating, I'm telling you right now. Now, we all trying to maintain, so don't think I had no, it wasn't nothing, no bitter attitudes or nothing like that, because we good. It's just wow. And so, oh, am I messy? Listen, man. Lord, all the heart, the whole heart, right here, just, man, now, myself and my cousins and family members, we butt naked. All those people that I mentioned, they were the definitely heart of it all. And now we bucket naked, and we gotta try to figure out after this what we just really want to do ourselves. You know what I mean? And when you get done, it's like Romeo and Juliet. Fuck this world, man. I'm going with you. How many people done felt like that? If you go buy a brand new car, put on fresh clothes and stuff, like, yeah, who gives a fuck about any of this material shit? You can't share it with none of them. You feel what I'm talking about in the flesh? You can't share it with none of them. Like, I'm going with you. You just love them that much in your heart. Tell fuck this world. Oh, that's what we. Come on, I don't care. Let's go. You dig what I'm saying? If you through it, I'm through with it. You know what I mean? Even if you ain't done certain things to the extreme out here in the world, you know what I'm talking about. But you know for yourself that none of them people can live if you go ahead and jump off the bridge. You go ahead and just give up. Throw your hands up and just give up. They can't live. They're in you now. They always have been. So you must carry on and keep it moving for the sake of them. Because if you how you gonna kill your own? You ain't gonna kill them. Shit, you love them. Then feel that boot they kicked in your ass. Get up and go do it. Keep it moving. That was really what I wanted to say today. I just wanted to come in and make everybody else feel a little bit good today and offer my support to you, because I thought like this too. It's like, yeah, today was my day that it got, it hit home, right? But a lot of people that you know and around, they had to deal with that, where they no mother, no father. They went maybe 10, 20 years ago. They've been dealing with that a long time ago. And they had to watch their folks go through physical transitions from they wasn't the person, the vibrant person no more. All of a sudden, it's a lot of things they can't do until, they stepped off into the better world that's even better than here. I don't care what nobody say. Satan had his time, and all you had to do really was tell him, you don't even, just ignore him. His power ain't nothing. God's power is power. You see these skies, trees, and all this stuff, and all this whole world, God created that. So don't think he just quit. It's like watching Star Trek or something, and you dig what I'm saying? In a sense, all these different planets and different places you go, they went. Captain Kirk, you did. Mr. Spock, Dr. Bones, all that, man. You did. That's just a for instance, you know what I mean? It's just a whole nother place you're going to go. It's just part of life. God didn't stop thinking. Really? He's the main. He the main man. You hear me? Whether whoever, like Lucifer, he don't want to believe it. He always want to be most subtle and most ignorant, most hard-headed, and want other people to worship him like you should be worshiping God. He ain't create nothing. So what? You can sing. All them angels can sing too. You just trying to get down first. How many people understood what I just said? You just want to get down first. They can do just what you do, but you was acting real ignorant. So yeah, do away with you. So he don't have no problem. You don't let him. You don't believe in nothing he talking about. Just like if you don't believe me, go to Jesus. He was here to put an example to you what you're supposed to tell anybody with all these different things just trying to lure you into the wrong path. So yeah, family, I feel you. I got it. You didn't do nothing wrong. It's all good. All those that rest out and hug me and everything, I got you. Because everybody has dealt with it. And that was another thing too that just had crossed my mind. That now I'm dealing with it. But a lot of other people had to deal with that a long time ago. Right? Yeah. So yeah, I don't think, there's empathy and there's sympathy, right? Yeah. Empathy is that you can totally relate to the extreme, to the utmost. Sympathy is because you have something in common. You have something in common. So that's sympathy. And you feel, yeah. Because, like I say, I love all my family for real. All right, so let me tell some bullshit. It's some limit to some bullshit. No, you ain't gonna spread that choke sandwich up for me, man. You ain't gonna put no slide on that shit, no. And then, goddamn it, what's messed up is you gonna put the fucking nuts on that bread too. Talk about chunky. Goddamn it, you gotta make that smooth. Shit, smoother than Jiffy, damn it. Put it on there the right way. Let me get you a nice look. One of these. And get it on there and get that, get around the side and get that on that bread. Nice and smooth. Then, I don't know, go to the other piece of bread. Now, what you're going to do is you're going to want to mix that. You're going to want to mix that jelly up real good so it don't clump up on the bread. And when you get that dab in there, get it on there nice and smooth. Get you some more. Put on there. Some jams. Some preservatives. You dig? Some Patty LaBelle marmalade on that. You dig? Nice and smooth. And look, don't pull my edges off my bread. I want the whole bread. Don't pull the edges off my bread. I want my whole bread. And then I gonna have my sandwich. You dig? Okay, dog. But I was the best damn sandwich. Let that something slide. Let that something slide. Yeah, I'm gonna get back to the stuff. You know how it go, man. Know how it go, man. Just gotta fix myself like everybody have to fix themselves. Cause yeah, I done seen plenty breakdown. Let me tell you something, man. I saw when, especially my aunt Messy B. Boy, them grandchildren, man, boy, they had her bed, They were the pallbearers and everything. And they went through and pulled her out all nice and neat and put her in all nice and neat. But they didn't want to see their grandma till they almost dropped the whole thing. They were crying and going through the whole, man. And I felt every bit of that. They was like, man, they ain't really like, no. So don't think a person ain't paying no attention. Don't think a person is being, I'm here for you too. I was there to the ones that I could attend, the ones that I did attend. And like I said, if you couldn't make it, you can't make it. I ain't messed up about none of that. You know what I mean? Because nothing has no exact date. It just happens. And if you was incapacitated yourself somewhere, how could you? So, thanks for the love. That's all anybody. If you love that person, it's all asked, and that person touched your heart, that's good enough. For me, it's good enough. Well, let me get off of here, man. Get to something else to do today, and I shall return.